Hello, first grade friends. Today is lesson number 99. We are one away from our 100th lesson, and you have done so well with phonics. You've learned so many skills and spelling patterns. Today, we are going to practice coding some words, and we will talk about some new vowel patterns that we will see in the words. So I have two words written on my board right now. So let's look at the first word. What should we do before coding this big word? We are going to look for suffixes and final stable syllables. Do you see either of those? Me neither. So let's look for some obvious coding. Do you see any obvious coding? Yeah, we need a K back on the C. There is a K back on the C. And next we will look for the vowels. How many vowels are in this word? There are two vowels. There is a vowel I and a vowel E. What do we do when we have more than one vowel in a word? We look for the pattern and divide into syllables. So we wrote V's underneath the two vowels. And next we're going to look for how many consonants come in between. How many consonants are in between the vowels? There are three. N, S, P. B, C, 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 V. Whoa. This is a new pattern for us. Words with this vowel pattern are easy to read because you just divide between two consonants. But the hard part is deciding which two consonants to divide between. So let's look for any digraphs or blends first, and then you'll know to keep those letters together. Do you see any digraphs? No digraphs in this word. Are there any blends? There is a blend. The letters SP make a blend. Sp. So since we don't want to divide those two letters, we will divide before the blend. So we're going to divide between the N and S to keep the SP together, okay? Now we need to place the accent. Where do you think is the best place to try the accent first? Right, in the first syllable. So let's try it there, okay? Now let's code the vowels, okay? This I is closed, so it will get a brevy. And the E is closed, it will get a brevy. Let's try to read this word. Inspect. Let's try to move that accent. Inspect. That sounds better. So you have to just try each one until you get it right. Sometimes the vcccv patterns are going to divide the last two consonants, not the first two. So let's try that. Okay, here's another word on my board. Let's find the vowels. We have two vowels, the U and the I. There are three consonants in between the vowels. And we are going to divide between the P and K. Okay. Let's accent the first syllable first. Both of these vowels are closed, so they will get brevies. Pumpkin. Pumpkin. What do you notice about how we labeled? This accent is in the syllable with the two consonants before the vowel. In this word, the accent is in the same syllable with the two consonants and the vowel. So that might be a good pattern to remember. Let's try another word. I'm going to write another word on my board for us to code. What should we do before coding this new word? Again, we're looking for a final stable syllable or a suffix. There are none, so we'll look for obvious coding. I see a digraph in this word. Do you see a digraph? Digraph TH to underline. And we also have a silent E at the end. So we're going to cross that out. So now that we've knocked out the obvious coding, we're going to mark the vowels. So we have A and E. Why are we not labeling this vowel? It's silent. We crossed it out. So we're going to pretend it's not there anymore, okay? We'll mark the consonants. There are 3 in this word. Where do you think I will divide? We are going to divide after the H. We want to keep the digraph, the TH together, okay? Let's put the accent on the first syllable because that's where the 2 C's are. And let's code the vowels and see if we can read the word. This vowel is closed, so it'll get a brevy. This had a silent E, so this E has to be long with a macron, okay? Athlete, athlete. That worked out perfectly for us, okay? So our new pattern is V, C, 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 V. And so you just have to remember that you can divide between the last 2 C's or the first 2 C's, but you're looking for digraphs and blends to see and keep those letters together if you can. Let's try to label a few more words with that pattern. These are going to be nonsense words, okay? These are not real words. Okay, I'm writing 2 nonsense words. These are kind of funny. Okay, let's look at the first word. Are there any obvious coding? Not that I see either, so we're gonna mark the vowels. We have vowel I and vowel E. This is following a V, C, 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 that pattern. All right, let's look to see. Nothing that we really want to keep together, so let's just try between the first 2 consonants. The I will get a brevy. This E is actually getting the schwa sound because it's followed by an L. So it will say Histrol. Histrol is this word. We are going to accent that first syllable. Histrol. And let's look at the last word. Any obvious coding? I see digraph PH to underline. Let's find the vowels. We have vowel A and vowel I. There are 3 consonants in between. Remember, we want to keep the digraph together, so we are going to split after the H. This A will get a brevy, and also the I will get a brevy. Let's see if we can read this word. Blaff tip. Blaff tip is that word. All right, so we are going to finish coding on our worksheet.